Hi, my name is Brie Ekpo, content creator. I live in the UK with my family. So I'm glad to introduce to you once again Word Remit app. I've been talking about this app for some time now. If you are a follower of my platform, this app recently enabled me to buy my retirement home in Nigeria. If you are Nigerian and you send Naira to your Nigeria account or to other people in Nigeria, this app enables you to send money very quickly. It's fast, it's efficient, and their rates are very competitive. So it's very easy to use. Just download the Word Remit app. Just have it in your phone. So sometimes all these little change, £100 here, $100 here, $1,000 here, $200 here, it all adds up. Just they send them, they go for those projects where they do for Nigeria. Before you know, it all adds up, and they say a little drop of water makes a mighty ocean. So some of you now won't be they follow me, know my journey of building my retirement home, which I just did with the help of this app. So download the Word Remit app today. Their rates are very competitive. Use my discount code and keep sending money for those projects in Nigeria. It all adds up and you'll be able to achieve what you want to do in Nigeria. Remember, Ilela Bosimioko. So keep sending your money. Keep doing those projects. If you want to send money to your family, your loved ones, download the Word Remit app today and keep sending that money to Nigeria. Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back. Thank you everybody for joining me. I wasn't quite sure I'll be able to make it today. This is kind of last minute, and apologies for the late start. It was rush. How's everybody doing? Happy week. Happy new week. Thank you, everybody. You all right? You just shown in my video. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate you. Please give us a thumbs up. Yeah, I'm okay. Just still recovering from Niger trip, but I'm fine. I'm not finding the weather palatable. I'm not gonna lie. I'm currently hibernating, and I'm missing the sunlight and the heat in Nigeria. I'm missing it seriously. Yeah, Kukua, you're missing my. You're loving my shades. Oh, thank you. It's Niger. Oh, I got them from Niger. Thank you, everybody. Welcome. How is everybody doing? Thank you so much. PJ is eating. Oh, you can hear him eating. I'm in the living room, so he's close to me. Welcome. Please give us a thumbs up. I hope you're all right. I wasn't quite sure, like I said, if we're going to have a show today, and that's why some of you may not have seen the notification because I literally just set it up about half an hour ago. So the last show we did was on Sunday when I was talking about that young woman. I don't know where they live, whether it's America or wherever they are, with her mom. But I think it's diaspora somewhere. Sha. I don't like the way this wig is sitting. Wallahi talai. That's why I don't put my camera on sometimes. It's sitting funny. I didn't have time to adjust it. I didn't have time to do makeup. Nothing. Mona accept me like that. It's not all the time that you can, I try. But today, because this topic is very, very close to my heart, and when I'm doing very important topic like that, I like to put my face on it. What I'm talking about today is something that, yeah, is something that is very, very close to my heart. So I have to just put the camera on, not. So on Sunday we talked about parenting obodoyibo children, and all the dynamics of parenting and the challenges that some of us. It's funny. I was talking to a friend of mine before we started, and she was like, "We used to talk about our parents, right? This world, this life, is a cycle. Honestly, Hmm. Thank you, Miss J. This life is a circle. We used to talk about our parents. Now we are the parents that they are talking about. We are the African parents. Hi. Now, wow. Ilẹ̀ ń ṣú, ilẹ̀ ń mọ́, ọlọ́jọ́ ń kájọ́. Thank you, Cherish Olivia, my darling. How are you? We are the African parents and we are the African mom now that they are making memes about that they are using to do skits. Just like that. And if you think you are in your 20s, you are in your 30s, you are not there yet. Very soon, before you know, you open your eyes and you are that African mother. You are that African parent. Yeah, but you know what? We give glory to God. It's a gift. Growing old is a gift. Being a parent is a gift. So, in all things, we give thanks to God. I'm a very, very thankful person. I appreciate God, in all things, because if not for God, where would go day? So, that young lady we did the video yesterday, I don't know how many of you saw it. A lot of people didn't engage with it because obviously it's not about Mongo Park, it's about parenting. And, yeah, it is what it is. People didn't engage with it. I'm worried about it. I'm bothered. This hair is bothering me. Pete, when you finish eating, I need a rubber band to tie this hair. Come on, let me get a rubber band from upstairs. Yeah, let me tie it because this hair is not. I don't like the way it's looking. So, what I was reacting to a video on Sunday where we're talking about this young girl that was recording her mother, calling her mother a narcissist. Now, before I go forward, I must say that there are two school of thoughts on this matter. Some people feel like the younger generation, especially the diaspora African children, are feeling like African mothers are too much, African parents, you do too much, you don't listen, you did this, you did this, you did this. I know. I've heard it all. And to be honest, oh, Timothy, how are you, love? Thank you. To be honest, when I had to go on that young lady's TikTok today before we started this show. Because when I saw this follow-up that we are talking about today, and people were saying, go to her TikTok. If you go to her TikTok, you will understand. This young lady has basically been documenting all the wahala she's been having with her mother, recording her mother, using it to do social media, to do TikTok videos, calling her mother all kinds of names. So when I read the comments and as I seen what a lot of all these children are saying, a lot of people could relate to her pain. Okay. So I'm not even gonna say, oh, let's just ignore them. All these children are so they do. Nah. Because we've been on there. I tell my children all the time that you think I was born like this. I wasn't born like this. I was born as a child like you. I grew up like you. I went through puberty like you. I went through adolescence like you. I went through whatever it is you are going through. So the parents of today were once children yesterday. So I started looking at the comments and what I saw. My people, oh do me. 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 It broke my heart completely as a parent. It broke my heart. It broke my heart. The other day when we did the show on Sunday, I was making excuses. Not making excuses. I was trying to identify her pain and where she's coming from, why she's feeling so frustrated with her mom, with the mom calling her all kinds of names. The mom was calling her a demon, the mom was calling her evil spirit or whatever. But what I saw today, yeah, it wasn't nice at all. You okay? Yeah? Have you got water? All right. Banku said she was calling her moms. She was saying something to her mom about her father leaving her and laughing at the same time. She must be possessed. Yeah, like I said, there are two divides in this matter. There are those who are on the side of the African child in the diaspora whose parents, who was African parents, especially specifically African mother, does not understand, misunderstand, calling her names, being a narcissist mother and all that. And then there's the other divide, the other side of the argument where people are looking at it from Kilagbe Kilaju. When did we get here? How did this happen? How? I don't know. Because this is too much. Mm. Misty E said the poor mother hasn't legally consented to being filmed or documented. How dare you expose your vulnerable mom like that, regardless of her shortcoming? It's beyond disrespectful. Yeah, it's very, very disturbing. Yeah. So I don't know how many of you saw the updates today. It's already on social media. People sent it to me, and I actually saw it because all these blogs likes to carry negative news. Okay, if it was wedding that girl was doing, or she was graduated top in her class with honors, or she got admitted into one big organization, they won't carry it all. But because she's disagreeing with her mother and they are having serious family issues, they will help them to announce it. I don't blame them. Now the girl bring her story come social media, abi now she. So the update is that the Ifeyin one, Abi, what's her name? Ifeyin Chuku, now said that, how when we were doing the show on Sunday, I said that she was living at home. A lot of people were saying, how do you know she's living at home? She might be visiting. It might be the mother that is visiting. No, she's living at home. I was right. I knew she was living at home. How did I know? Because the sister was there. It looks like a family home. And she has a baby in the home, her mother's home. And if you want to look at it from an African parent perspective, you can see the reason why the mom is disappointed. Okay, I'm not going to go too much into that because we already covered it in the last show. If you didn't see it, please, you need to watch the show I did on Sunday. 25-year-old, she already had a child outside wedlock, living in her mother's house. I'm assuming that she doesn't have a job because she was saying, when my blessing comes, you're not going to be there. You cannot block it and all that. Look, let me just say this because you guys know I have to keep it 100% with you guys. As a parent myself, there is no justification for what this young lady did to her mother. The way she has exposed her mothers in her weakest moments, putting her on social media for ridicule. Haba, malam, haba. Good. No. The only place I blame the mother is that when she was trying to move out, the mother was trying to stop her. I can't play the video here. Oh, I can't. Because if I play it here, I'm going to get into trouble with the owners of this platform. And I don't want Wala. Because Narik Basbos. So what happened in this latest video is that the 25-year-old daughter now, Ife Nwachuku or Ifeanyi or whatever her name is trying to move out of the mother's house now with her baby. And the mother was stopping her. This is the only place I have a problem with the mother. Why are you stopping her? Let her go. It's not easy. Oh. See, when you grow up, you understand. You Gen Z or millennials who are not parents yet, when you grow up, you understand. Every African parent, or let me not say every, 99.9 African parents, including the Mongo Parks, whether they are male or female, they want the best for their children. African parents always want their children to excel. Nigerian parents want their children to supersede whatever expectations we have of them. We want them to excel, want them to go far. Do we push them too hard sometimes? Yes. Do we have unrealistic expectations? Yes. Sometimes are we living, through our children, some people who have some dreams that they had as children that they couldn't come to pass. Are they trying to live through their children? Yes. Some people do that. Ifeanyi Chuku, that's her name. Thank you, chat moment. But there is zero justification for what that young lady did to her mother. Okay? I cannot get behind that. But the funny thing, like I said, I went on TikTok to watch the latest video. And she had a lot of support. All of them in the comment section were like, yes, all these African parents are like this. I did the same to my mom. I did the same to my dad. I've just moved out. They are these. They were calling the mom all sorts of names. All because this Ife Nwachuku put her mom her precious mother, a woman who carried you in her womb for 9 solid months, that she didn't know whether she would survive. You put out there. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. D, thank you. You always read my mind. Living vicariously through their children. Yeah, we do that a lot. So there's a story I wanted to tell you guys the last show, but I couldn't get to it. Something happened in my own family not too long ago, and some members of my family who are in this same wahala of, obodooyinbo children, obodooyinbo children wahala. Ekene, you don't come again. What are you? You started wahala in the comment section again. Now you don't come. Anytime you come, can't you just come and be peaceful? You don't like peace. Why are you always looking for trouble? Mind your business and mind yourself before I block you again. Last show I block you, you don't open another YouTube channel. How many YouTube channel you go open? Oh my God. Ekene, mind yourself. You don't start again today. Okay. So in the last show, Ekene, since you are deaf and dumb, I never justified her behavior. I said that African parents, we should learn to parent the new age children the way they need to be parented. We need to listen, because the mom too was not blameless in the last video. Okay? You're always trying to take me back. You see why I don't like you? Wherever you are hiding under all these many YouTube channel, YouTube platform to disturb me. You see why I don't like you? Because you don't hear word, you are deaf. I in the last video I said this is how the mom was wrong in what the mom was doing, and this is what the girl did that was wrong. Because two rights does not make a wrong. And I talked about the frustration that the mother was feeling. Having raised a girl that is 25 years old, she's a graduate and everything. She's having a baby in her mother's house. You can imagine. So anyway, let's go on. What's happened now? When I went to read the comments in the comment section on TikTok that the young girl was posting, what I saw broke my mind. It broke my heart. Whether mind they break, I don't know. Be like say my mind break join them. A lot of people were identifying with what this 25-year-old young girl did. In the comment section, all of them were saying, hey, I did the same thing. This is how African parents are. They are this, they are that. Chineke. Fear cash me. I say, Wolo, Iledu Mare. What is this? What is this? So tonight, again, I want to talk to African parents in the diaspora, and I want to talk to African children from African descent who live in the diaspora. Please listen to me very carefully, because I'm a child too. Everybody is a child to their parents, though my parents are late, but I was a child to them for a long time before my parents went to be with the Lord. And I know I'm going to start from the side of the Ifeanyi. Yes, I was telling you, Uzo, thank you. You see, when you distract me, I'll lose my chain of thoughts and I will forget what I was saying. Uzo, thank you for reminding me. I was telling you a story that I forgot to share last time about my family. This has happened within my family. So, like we say that African parents like to live vicariously through their children. This is a typical example. So, this my family member is a doctor. Okay? And to him, there is no other profession in this world you should be that you will not be a failure except you are a doctor. Okay? So all his children, he wanted them to study something relating to medicine, to doctor, to doctor, to doctor. The children had no interest. You know, got plenty children, no? It was only 3 children. It's only 3 children. Two safe, not 2. 2 children. My people. This man was so critical about his children. And I'm talking about children that were not born in the abroad, though. These are children that were born in Nigeria that even came here after they were teenagers. But the problem was that he was trying to control every move of their lives because of this doctor thing. You want to be doctor. You want to be doctor because I'm a doctor. Who will take over my legacy? Who will take over my clinic? The children said they have no interest in being doctors. So he would talk down their profession. He would talk down. He never supported them. Let me tell you something that happened. As they were graduating, only two of them. Once they graduate like this from university, they don't go their house. They moved out. They didn't come back home. This thing I'm telling you is a big problem. Now, the children are adults. That's why I say, African parents, you guys, be careful. Be careful not to lose your children. A lot of Nigerian parents are losing their children. People are losing their children. We will not lose our children in Jesus' name. They are losing their children. Do you know why? Because we want to live victoriously to our children. We want to parent our children the way we were parented. So whatever I tell you to do is what you do. If I tell you are going to be an engineer, you must be an engineer. Everything I tell you is what you will do. So the children, everybody's living their life. They are working. They are happy. Do you know that no matter how these children try, no matter what they achieve, buying houses, they buy car, they marry, is never enough. This man is always criticizing them. But you know what? They were very close to their mom. So they used to see their mom. They would go on holidays with their mom. They would talk to their mom. Their mom was involved in their life 24/7. But their dad, alienated completely. I'm telling you this story not because I want to air my, family members' dirty secrets in public. I'm not mentioning their name, but I'm telling you this so that you can learn. African parents, be careful not to lose your children. No. Now, children have left home. It's only the parents that are left. The daddy now saw that it's only the mom that they are relating with. They don't even call him. They don't talk to him. Years upon years upon years. And then they now reached out because old age don't they come now, loneliness don't they come now, isolation don't they come now. What's he gonna do? It's a grandfather now, not involved in the grandchildren's life. Okay, you don't start again. Why are you always distracting me? You cannot tell your children the profession to practice. What's wrong with you? Okay, I'm just going to ignore you because I think you deliberately do this. Okay. So to cut a long story short, my people, before I forget my chain of thought again, APC Bishop, as many this thing that you create, I will keep banning you. Go and create another one and come back. I've banned you again. Every show I see you, I'll ban you because you know the year word. You are the weapon that is fashioned against me. But you know what? I conquered you. Anyway. So, my people, the story I was telling you. So, this family member now reached out to Daddy and said that he needs to reconcile with his children. They had to invite them to come. Even during the meetings, only one of them that came. The other one did not come. Hey, Chineke, my people. I didn't go. It was only that one that went. He came back and said, how did he go? He said too much. That when the boy started talking about how he never felt like his father ever valued him or respected him because of his choices. He's doing very well just because he's not a doctor. Is it everybody that will be a doctor? Just because you're a doctor, must your children be doctor? If they want to be doctors, fine. If they don't want to be doctor, leave them to live their own life, parents. Just leave them. Leave them. At the end of the day, Daddy told me that there were tears. The man was crying. The son was crying. They embraced each other. It was just, Daddy is a minister, so it was just talking to them about forgiveness, letting bygone be bygone and starting afresh again. And they hugged each other, kissed each other, and they prayed. Let us be careful not to lose our children, African parents. So our parents only knew about doctors, lawyers, engineers, accountants, and this, but there are so many professions today. People are on TikTok making money more than doctors. We cannot be thinking that way anymore. You can't tell your child you must be a lawyer. What if they don't want to be a lawyer? Would you rather that they are miserable, or you want them? People, even this is not even about, African parents now or Nigerian parents always trying to see that their children are lawyers or doctors or whatever. The chances of you making it in life rest on the profession that if you actually enjoy what you are doing, you are more likely to make it. There are so many professions. Yes. There are so many professions these days that does not include, being a father, being a lawyer, or being a doctor. So let us be guided. Okay. Right. So let me get back to the story for the day, because I don't want to be long on this. Um, I don't want to be long on this. Our job is to guide our children as parents, guide them, share the knowledge that you have with them, and just pray for them and guide them to make the right choices. You are not to live your children's life for them or tell them you must do this, you must do that, you must be this. No, no, no. So this young lady came back. Today I saw the video where she was saying that she's moving out of the mother's house. And the mother was trying to stop her. Some of you would have seen it on the blogs. And incidentally, a friend of mine was telling me a story this evening. I have another story to tell you before I go to this. I go to the story of this young lady, the update. Before I started the show, I was having a conversation with my friend about parental blessing. And this is to you. If you are so lucky that you still have your parents alive, I'm going to share a secret with you today that will bless your life. It's not for unbelievers, though. If you are not a believer or you don't believe in things like this, it's up to you. Let me tell you something. If you are an adult today, and whether you are male or female, and you are struggling seriously, you are really, really struggling, and you know that you are not a lazy person, you've done everything that you're supposed to do, but your life is at a standstill. I know a lot of you like to say it's village people, village people. My dear, ladies and gentlemen, this thing I'm about to tell you today, as God Almighty liveth, is something that I know that is true. It has worked for me. And my friend that I spoke to this evening, we've never discussed it before. Tonight is the first time that we discussed it. And it was just when we're talking about this matter that she started telling me. I'm like, eh? I was saying to her, so you know this thing too. I thought I was the only one. The kind of blessing that your parents carry. The first and only commandment that God gave, if you are a Christian, you know that carries a promise, is the blessing of a parent. The way your parent can bless you, your man of God cannot bless you like that. Nobody can bless you like that. I am talking about supernatural blessing, unseen blessing, that if you carry it, you will know that you are blessed. There's a difference between being rich and being blessed too. Let me tell you guys. Riches is money. And you can be rich today, tomorrow you are broke. You can be broke today, tomorrow you are rich. But a blessed person, if you are a blessed person and you are blessed, then we're not talking about money alone. Some of you already know what I'm talking about. You already know what I'm talking about. Your parents carry the kind of blessing that they can unleash in your life that will make you a difference in your life. If you are struggling in your life, you are really struggling, babe. If they say it's this one, you've done it. If they say it's this one, you've done it. Everything they say you've done it, yet your life is stagnant like a pond of water that is not going anywhere. I'm speaking to you from the spirit now. You are missing parental blessing. There's a blessing that only God has given your parent, and only your parent can release it to you. I was saying something in the last show about how, I think it was the very first show I did when I came back from Nigeria, and I was talking about how I still visit my parents, especially my mom. I visit her. I still visit her. Miss E said, let me see, I'm saying something here. That blessing depends on how the parents is. Those wicked parents who make your life hard can never be a blessing. I totally understand the kind of blessing that you're talking about. I don't know about wicked parent too. I don't know about that because I never had a wicked parent. So unfortunately, Miss E, I cannot relate. And I'm not saying that all parents are saints, but God has given our parents a blessing. If you read the Bible, and you see the story, or even the story of Esau and Jacob, is the one that got the parent blessing. That was the one that prospered, and that was is Jacob. Esau was the one that missed the blessing, and you know how it turned out. Now I'm telling you that we all know that if you go to the Bible and read the first 10 commandments, where it was talking about honor your father and your mother, that is the commandment that has promises attached to it, so that your days may be long and you will prosper. I was coming to that before that Ekwensu called Kene was distracting me. I was coming to this. Like I said, I'm talking at this from both perspectives. Parents, please be very, very careful not to chase your children away. And children, be very, very careful not to miss your parents' blessing. Be very, very careful. I know what I'm talking about. You don't need to believe me, but I'm a testimony of what I'm talking about. Whether you believe it or not is the truth. There are some principles in life, God-given principles that are real. And the blessing of a parent is as real as anything you can think of. It doesn't matter whether you are a Christian, whether you are a non-believer, whether you are a Protestant, whether you are a traditionalist, you are a Hindu, it doesn't matter. I'm talking about these principles are God-given principles. If you like, you believe me. If you like, no believe me. Oliver said, Sister B, you saying the fact, my wife and I are struggling to conceive for years until my mom started praying for my wife deeply. Then we conceived by God's grace. Okay. That's a testimony. So, my dear, I know some of you don't have very good experiences with your parents, but I will tell you that there is a blessing that your parents only can release upon your life. Yeah, only your parents have the power to release that blessing upon your life. So before I go to this young girl's updates, when I went to Nigeria, I went home to my village. I went home to my village. My parents have been gone. My father, I was a very young person when my father went to be with the Lord. My mom has been gone since 2008. But I still go home. And you know why I go home? I go home to visit them. I know it's something that is very un-African. But why are you going to visit people that are no more? So that's what I'm saying. If you are still lucky, you are privileged, your parents, whether your father or your mother is still alive, and you are very far from them. Hey, Chineke, you didn't miss something. You are missing something, no? You are missing opportunity for blessings. So for those of you who are in the comment section that you have issues with your parents, yeah, please, I encourage you to find a way to resolve it. Okay? Because what I'm talking about now, He is not respecter of, whether they are good parents or bad parents. It is a principle, God-given principle. Mm? So, blessing said, absolutely, you are saying the truth. Forget them, Auntie B. I believe it. I'm always blessing my son. Intentionally parenting is very, very important. Yeah. Yeah. I think some people understand what I'm saying. Princess Ali said, it doesn't matter whether your parent is good or bad. All you need to do is find a way for them to speak positive words into your life. Let them release the blessing. Princess Ali. Now, wow, you got the revelation. You got it already. That's it. Yes. Some people are stuck because they lack that parental blessing. A parent's blessing is very, very deep. If you carry your parents' blessing, I cannot talk too much. Anyway, my own story. My mom was the one that, because my dad went to be with the Lord very early. When I just got admission, I used to make joke that it's because he didn't want to pay my school fees, you know. Anyway, so on this occasion again, I went, and I like to honor my mom, even because even while she was alive, and even now that she's not here. Because I believe strongly that it is the body that goes, the spirit is always alive. The spirit does not go. So I still feel like my mom's spirit is always with me. That spirit is always with me. So even in their demise, that they are not here in this physical realm, I still love to visit and honor them. Do you get what I'm saying? So I started having this conversation with my friend this evening. Unfortunately, she just lost her mother as well, just very recently. And as God will have it, she only went to Nigeria to see the mom. Within 1 week, she was in Nigeria. The mom went to be with the Lord. The mom was sick. I said, God, wow. And I said to her, it's like flesh and blood has not released this thing to you, has not revealed this thing. It's just God that revealed it to you. I say, wow, thank God for the opportunity that you had to spend some time with your mother, for her to bless you, for her to bless you, for her to pray for you, to lay her hands on you. My people, for those of you who have issues with your parents, it's something deeper that I cannot address now because I don't know what the issue is. And I'm not saying that all African parents are saints. But for those of you who, just normal, our upbringing of parents, being strict and all that. If your parents are alive, better make sure that you are visiting them to be collecting blessing, because once they are gone, they are gone. Some of you have not seen your parents in 10 years, in 5 years. You sit in the abroad as if abroad is heaven, that you cannot go to Nigeria. The only reason why you cannot go to Nigeria is because you don't have documents. If you have your papers, you sit in the abroad, you are sending money. Oh, I'm taking care of them. Now, why do I need to go? I'm sorry for you. The day that they delete, you will go. And then you will do big party. The whole world will now see that their child in Obodo has come with plenty money. Those of you who don't have parents anymore, my sincere condolence. We're in the same category. But those of you who have parents alive, you don't know what God has done for you. You don't know what God has done for you. Adama said, I agree with you, Sis B. Why can't our children be compliant like Asian children? Asian children don't challenge their parents like this and cause them heartbreak. Well, what I can tell you about that, Adama, is that Asian parents, they are mostly Muslims or Hindus or whatever religion they practice, and they don't play with their religion. If you want to know how they control their children, it's religion that they use. But do we put our children in the same faith with us? Do we even bother? How many of us still believe? Are we not always online talking negatively about our faiths? So what we don't teach them, social media will help us to teach them. Some parents don't go to church. They are born Christian, but they don't go to church. All these pastors, They're always collecting people's money. Yeah, all they care about is people's money. Go look for the one that doesn't collect people's money. How many of you are raising your children as Christians? I mean proper Christians. Adama, that is the main thing about that question you ask, is that Asian parents do not joke with their religion. Religion is part of their life. Let me tell you something. When I used to work in one borough in London called Wadham Forest, what's it called? Wadham, I don't forget the name now. See, the children will go to school. When they finish coming from school, they are going to Arabic study. That borough has a lot of Asian parents. Adana. As they are coming from school, 3:30, they are going to Arabic school every single day. So the children used to come to school because I was doing my placement there in the school, and the children will be sleeping in class. So we were investigating to find out, why are the children so tired? Are they not sleeping? We found out that they were going to two schools. When they come back from Oyibo school, they will go to their religious school. How many of us they do that one? Is it Wadham Forest they call that borough? I don't know what they call it. It's not Wadham Forest. Forgotten the name. Anyway, so what am I saying? No matter what, irrespective of what this young lady did in this video is totally unacceptable. When the Bible says honor your father and your mother, this is not honor. Okay, so coming to talk about the new video now, what happened is that she's called police on her mother, saying that she wants to move out, and the mother was stopping her. So as I was talking to my friend this evening, I was like, I don't know whether to share it, because this is very, very, if not because we are talking about parenting, I won't even share it, because it's personal to me. This is very, very private to me. So why should I be sharing it? But I'm going to share it. I was asking my friend, and she said, share it. It might help somebody, to go figure out their relationship with their parent while they are still here. Children, be careful with your parents. Oh, be careful. Your parents have authority. God has given every parent authority. And that is why a lot of other Yoruba mothers that used to be cursing their children, saying that it's discipline, and they are trying to teach them. They saw how their children were turning out when they be calling them Olori Buruku, Omuale, Omojati Jati. There had to be a campaign in churches back in Nigeria regarding the words. The words that you speak to your children, they are life. Anything you call them is what will happen to them. No joke. Do you know why? Because God has given parents that power. I'm talking something that is deep and very spiritual now. Some of you might not understand. So, when they say honor your father and your mother, it's not a joke. You have to do it. You have to. So, this was me. This was me in Nigeria. I'm just sharing that to show you what I had to do. This was me. This is me in Nigeria. You know what I did? I went, called my cousin, we grew up together, went, bought a lot of food, because my mom was this kind of person that likes to entertain. She likes to cook food. She likes people to pass. I always talk about how she's always saying she doesn't cook small food because you don't know when angels are passing. But since I grew up and I became an adult and left, I never saw angels. But she's always saying, you don't know where angels will pass, so why do you cook small food? So we always have big pots of food. She will cook excess because she likes to give people food. In her community, she was known for her benevolence. She was always giving people food, whether cooked or raw food. So when she was going, the instruction she left was that we should always make sure that, we are cooking in her house, giving people food, and taking care of people. So whenever I go home, I make sure I cook. That's why I'm always entertaining visitors when I go. You guys, I buy bags and bags of rice, beans. We will cook all day so that people will eat, because this is what she loved. So I do it in her honor. So this time around, when I was going to Nigeria, I told my cousin, okay, let's, I wanted to do something, we went there, we cleaned, went there to clean her grave. This is the video. I don't want to post it here. I just want to show you a bit of it. I don't know if I'm going to be copyrighted for this song. I was playing the song Sweet Mother, and just, we washed, make sure we washed the grave, we shined it, make sure it was looking good, cleaned it properly. And when we finished cleaning it, I had, told my cousin to arrange what's it called, flowers. She had arranged flowers. I bought some what's it called, non-flammable candles from here, lit them all over the place. I was just having a good time. I talked to her. It's something that we don't do in our culture, that we always, but where I come from, we bury within the compound. So it's within the compound. So I did that. Because parental blessing is real. And even if they are gone physically, spiritually, they are with us. Yeah. So I'm saying this to say that, you guys, if you still have parents alive, honor your parents, because your parents have authority over your life. Okay? So my friend this evening was sharing with me about a friend who, said, she was struggling. Everything she does never works. No marriage, no children, career not going forward, nothing. And she came to her for counsel. And she said to her, how's your relationship with your mom? And she said, oh, it's not good. My mom, I did a lot to my mom when I was growing up. Our relationship is not good and all that. And she said to her, go and fix things with your mom. Go and fix things with your mom. Go to her, kneel down, ask for forgiveness, and ask her to pray for you. And my friend shared that testimony with me this evening and said that when that other of her friend did that, thankfully the friend lived in the abroad. She traveled there to go and see her, apologize, got people to beg her, give her gifts, and said, please pray for me, bless me. And then for the period of time, 1 week she was staying with her mother was blessing her every day. I'm sharing deep things with you guys this night though, but some of you might not understand. You might not understand. The mother blessed her, and according to my friend, her life was never the same anymore. She got a job, she found a man to date, and things just started. Your parents are your God in this world. Let me just put it that way. Yeah, they are your gods in this world. Honor them. Honor them. So this young girl went and called police for her mother, saying that the mother is stopping her from leaving. She even got physical with the mom. I can't post the video here. I can't. She got physical with the mom. The only place I blame the mom is that the mom should have allowed her to go. She shouldn't have stopped her. Let her go. She wants to go. But the mom tried to stop her. Where are you going? That, they go into it. And before you know it, she called the police. And she recorded everything and posted it on social media. Do you honor your father and your mother like that? Is that honor? When you know that there's a blessing that's attached to it. There is a blessing. That is the only commandment. Go and read the 10 commandments. Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long and you will prosper. It is the word of God. It doesn't change. He didn't say honor good parents. He didn't say honor parents that love you. He didn't say honor parents that are kind to you. He said honor your father. It's a commandment. So, me, I'm a testimony. I can tell you confidently that it works. And that's why I'm telling you guys tonight. Some of you need to go and reconcile with your parents and start collecting the blessing if they are still alive. Because if they are not alive, God will not allow you to do Israelite journey. God will not allow you to do Israelite journey. Oh. I will not tell you what I don't know. I'm telling you what I know. And as God will have it, as you know, my friend validated this story by telling me how her mother lived with her for 10 years. She carries the blessing of her mother. Are there no other siblings? Have you wondered? You see some families, you see some people, you will be like, we all have the same education, we all have the same parent. How come you, everything you do, always, everything you do is like, now only you? Now they are jealous go enter. Do you know why? Because they carry the blessing. If you don't take anything from this video today, forget about your bitterness, forget about your disappointment with your parents, forget about your hate, whatever it is you feel, find a way to make things right. You got to find a way to make things right because there is a blessing that is attached. God has given a parent a blessing that they can unleash in your life. On Sunday said, I'm still counting my blessings. Hallelujah. Yeah. Some of you understand what I'm saying. Yes, take care of your parents. And yeah. So that was me in my village. And that's my mom's resting place. And I recorded it. I wasn't even going to share it, if not because we're talking about parental blessing tonight. And I sent it to my siblings who were not home. And my sister was crying and saying, oh, she wishes she was there with me and all that. It was glorious. It was beautiful. So, yeah. Too, my people. That was it. That was it. That was it. That was it. We got to learn to honor our parents. Yeah, let me take this out now. I just wanted to show you guys that so that you will know. Yeah, it's real. We need to honor our parents. We got to honor our parents. Very, very important that we honor our parents while you still have them alive. Very, very important. Hey, I shared a very, 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 very important moment with you guys tonight. To be honest, I didn't know I would share this. I didn't want to share it because it's very, very private to me. But now something, they bring something. I decided to share it so that you can see, what's the length that if you understand deeply, how these things work, then you will know that all these children, God, may God forgive our children and give them wisdom to handle even difficult parents. Yeah, their parents are difficult, but may the Lord give children wisdom to handle difficult parents. Somebody says it's spiritual law. Yeah, it's the law of God. It's the law of God. I feel it's the law of God. If you have parents, I'm sharing my link now. If you want to say something about this, especially if you understand where I'm coming from. Ben say, Obodo do have any tangible evidence of this parental blessing? And what are you saying? I'm lost. Prayer doesn't make any difference. Look at Nigeria. Okay, Ben. Obviously, you are completely lost. You're completely lost. So what can I say? I don't know what to say to you. If I don't have any tangible results. Okay. I don't know what to say to you. Maybe you are lost. Let me leave you in your. Since you are lost, I can't bring you back. Let me talk to the people that have understanding. Blessings. Don't say, God bless you, Auntie B. I took very good care of my parents. Now that they are gone, I'm fulfilled. Though I miss them, I was a blessing to them. Yeah. I'm sure they were a blessing to you too. Just keep collecting those blessings. Just keep collecting them. Those who know. Those who don't know. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. So, what the young lady did was totally wrong. I disagree with it completely. I don't agree with it. I honored my parents, especially my mom, because she was the one that I lived with. And I will continue to honor her. I still travel and risk myself going to the village. My village to Abuja, you have to travel by road. There's no airport, but I did it because I know what it means. What I'm saying to you, my challenge to you, if your parents are still alive, go and see your parents. Oh, don't stay in the abroad. You better go and see your parents. Hey, Nigeria is not safe. Hey, this. But the day that they delete, you will run and go and carry musician and be spending millions. When they are alive now, that you should go and be collecting blessing and be loving them. Do you know hugging your parents and just sitting down? My sister, one of my sister and I that went to Nigeria, that she had not seen her mom for years. When she saw her mom, oh, that's a story for another day. My people, those who will hear will hear. Yeah, let me take calls now. Give us a thumbs up, guys, if you are enjoying this conversation. This is very, very, occasionally I share this very, very deep conversation with you guys. I'm not telling you something that is foreign or alien to me. This is something that I have experienced. I am a living testimony. And I have another person, a friend of mine tonight, who shared the same thing. It works. Okay? It works. It works. Parental blessing works. I'm telling you, confirm. It works. If you didn't know it today. Go and collect your blessing if your parents is still alive. Otherwise, there's social media, they argue. Meanwhile, you they struggle for life every day. You they struggle for life every day. You they struggle. Everybody, they say, that place, now they go, you go there. Now let you. Nothing works. You are frustrated every day. You're online, causing problem everywhere. Ha. Okay. Oh. Abọ̀rọ̀ ló ń sọ fún ọmọlúàbí o, àbí báwo lẹ ṣe ń sọ? Na small word you dey tell person wey get wisdom. When you reach in mind, adodidi. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. Please give us a thumbs up. Nikki One, welcome, my darling. What do you have to say? I'm going to just take a few calls before we call it an evening. Hi.
Yeah, hey, good evening, or afternoon. I don't know what time it is over there. Yeah, so I just wanted to add to what you said about because I tuned in when you started talking about like family, how the people are angry when you choose the wrong career. I just wanted to say that because for me, I already told you what I do. I work in like data management and robotics. There is a huge problem with our people not understanding the future jobs that are coming down the pipeline.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of Nigerian. I'll stay with Nigerian because I'm not around other Africans outside of Nigerians, but a lot of Nigerian parents who don't know anything outside of doctor, lawyer,
Doctors.
engineer, especially doctor, nursing.
Doctor.
And this is a very big problem because some of them, they have young ones. They have ones in 12 years old, 13 years old. And I try to tell them like, hey, even if you want your child to be a doctor, your child needs to learn software because they're incorporating software into the medical field, and they have no idea what I'm talking about. They're
Yeah.
they're incorporating robotics into the medical field, into surgery. Um, all these things are being incorporated. We don't know what is going on in the world. We are intellectually, we are about 60 years behind, and it's quite scary. I know plenty of a lot of the Nigerians that I went to university with. I know plenty of them who are not speaking to their parents anymore because they chose to do other things. They chose, they chose fields more in technology, and because their parents couldn't fathom that they went to, they didn't do medicine or they didn't do nursing. Their parents are not speaking to them. Your kids didn't do anything wrong. They didn't steal. They didn't do any crime. They just chose a different career path. And
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna have to like, I'm down to do virtual lectures, to these parents, to let them know like these are the jobs coming down the pipeline. I live in Massachusetts, MIT, all the big universities are here. When you go here, it's packed with nothing but Asians.
Yeah.
And they're prepping for the jobs that are coming down the line 20 years from now, 30 years. And I'm wondering, like, where does that leave our kids? Where does that leave our people? And you have parents that are fighting you every single day over nonsense. Like, we don't understand a lot of things. We don't understand structures. We don't understand systems. We don't understand life insurance, health, so
We're
many
stuck
things.
with what we know and we never want to involve. That's the problem.
Right. Yeah, and I don't know how this problem can be tackled because it's a big one, especially with what I know in my field. Like I discussed with you what I know just based off of what I know in my field and what I do, just in terms of like how Nigeria is very big on like oil and gas. So I build automation for oil and gas. So a lot of the things that you think you're gonna come here and do, we already have robots that are coming here to do that.
Hmm.
So and the stuff that I build is being used on oil rigs. I don't know what we're going to do, but we can't do this anymore. We need to open our eyes and not talk so much. Open our eyes and realize that we are in a whole new world. This is not 1980 anymore. We have self-driving cars, self-driving trucks,
Mm-hmm.
self-driving everything, smart houses. The
Mm-hmm.
world is so far technologically advanced, and our children need to be in these fields. Or I mean, we're going to chop we're going to chop blue in our face if we're not careful.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
if there's any parents on this live, like please, like if your kids come to you and they say they're not doing doctor, they want to go into anything data engineering, machine learning, product owner,
Hmm.
solutions architect, please listen. These are not they're not scamming just because they work from home all day. They're not lazy. They're not scamming. These are real jobs. Software is
Yeah.
where it's at. There's nothing wrong with the medical school, with the medical field. But I know people who graduated from medical school and then when they come in, they now have to interact with a robot. It happened to my friend, and she got me crying. She's like, I don't know what any of this stuff is. I've never seen
Yeah.
any of these softwares before, and now I have to use it at work.
Yeah. And
So it's almost
some of them don't even like the jobs. They don't like the profession. So they end up being frustrated, being depressed. So
yeah.
many so many young people are dealing with mental health illnesses and depression and all kind of things because their parents keep forcing them on the path that they don't want to go.
Yeah, and it's a completely digital world out there. We don't really have that heavy of a digital footprint. Majority of the money that's made, I'm talking legal money, is being made online.
Mhm.
It's not there's if you notice now offices are closing left and right. They're converting offices into residential housing because a lot of people are working from home. So a lot of money that's being made is made online, whether it's like digital marketing, TikTok, YouTube. Like for me, on top of my job, I also sell courses on the side as well. Some of my stuff is also automated. Like we we can't play this game anymore. I like sometimes I have sleepless night because I am truly frightened for Africa. I really
Hmm.
am because we don't. I'm not seeing a place for us in the future, and it's really scaring me. But
Hmm.
that's a topic for another day. There's nothing wrong with doctor or lawyer or anything like that. But even my husband is a lawyer and he's saying they're bringing technology into his field. And a lot of the older men, they're angry about it because they're like, "Oh, we read all this
They
book for
can't
nothing."
jail.
Yeah.
I don't know why for a lot of African people, change is something that we're not very comfortable with.
Yeah,
We
I
just want
get that,
to
but
what
the
we
world.
know is what we know, and
Yeah.
changing. And I mean, to be honest, let me not lose hope because I think people are changes maybe not as fast as we want it.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, no, not as fast as we want it, but I do think that I definitely do have some hope for us. but just the level of combativeness that I'm seeing between older people and younger people and their children. Like you said the other day, a lot of people are losing their kids to, to the streets. But I don't want to say anything on your life, but like to the streets, but to street
Mhm,
life and
mhm.
unfortunate activities. And it's especially the boys. So many here in America. I don't know what the situation is there in the UK, but here in America,
It's the same. It's the same.
it's an absolute disaster. And I think a lot of it is because they're looking around and they're seeing like, oh, my dad was a cab driver for 20 years. I'm not trying to do what he did. So and these Western countries cost, and we're not like the Asians. We don't have all these established businesses. We don't have, like, we're not as established as others, and I think a lot of that is also because we it's part of us not understanding the system. So we don't know how to get business credit. We don't have a lot of paperwork. There's so many things that we don't have. There's so many things that we don't know, and we come from a cash based economy into a credit based economy, and we don't know how to we don't know how to survive, and it's literally killing us. Like, a lot of us are
Mm,
working ourselves to death because of this.
mm. Yeah. We need a lot of reorientation and education. What parents need, Nigerian parents of a certain generation need information. Information. I know we've been talking about doing that show, Nikki One. I'm not sure how busy you are in the coming weeks. Let's definitely schedule a show to talk
Yeah, no,
about,
I
you
yeah,
know,
I work from home. So I work from home. So I'm part of those people who work from home. So anytime is good. You have my
yeah.
number. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk more, but I just wanted to chime in. I meant to call into your other show, but by the time I got to my phone, you were like, "Oh, I'm logging off." I was like, "Okay, I'll catch her another time."
Yeah. What did you think about what did you see the video? What did you think about what the daughter was doing with the recording and what she was saying about her mom?
I don't think she should record her mom. I think that family what happens with family should stay private. Unless your life is in like absolute danger and you need to record for evidence. Outside of that, I think that she should. I don't think she should have done that. I think family matters should be resolved privately. She should not have aired out her mom. I think the way she spoke to her mother was not nice. She should have been nicer to her mom. Or with my mom and I, when my mom and I have, if we have a disagreement, a lot of times I just won't say anything.
Yeah.
um
I think
I
yeah.
Yeah, like, not necessarily like letting her walk all over me, but sometimes I just silence is golden, and I have my own place. We don't have to do this back and forth. I think that the two of them came off as childish. They're butting heads. I just wish that wasn't aired for the world to see. That's very sad for that
Was
family.
very, very painful to
Yeah.
watch. It was heartbreaking for me. It was very, very painful.
And I
Very,
know
very.
I know a lot of Nigerian kids. When I used to live in Houston, I know a lot of Nigerian kids that have run away from home because of that. A lot of them, once after university, they just never came home. They just, for the girls, they just moved in with some guy, and for the guys, they just moved in with some girl, and that's it. And a lot of the parents, they don't know where they are. It's we really need to look into how we can incorporate our culture into the West, or we are going to be losing a lot of our. And it's not necessarily even to the prison system. It's just, we're just going to lose them to the system in general.
Hmm. That's food for thought. That's food for thought. The only place, unfortunately, where some of our, especially the older generation, uh, tend to get a lot of their information that actually sinks in, unfortunately, is religious places. That is the only place that you can tell them something that they will actually take it. When someone like me on social media is saying it, people will come for me and say, "Oh, what do you know? Why are you telling us da 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 da?" But there's a problem. There's obviously a problem. There's a disconnect between African parents of a certain generation, especially first generation African parents,
Hmm.
and the children they are having in the abroad. Even some of the children that were born in Nigeria and brought abroad, there is a big disconnect whereby parents are losing their children. We got to find a common ground. We must find a common ground.
Yeah, we must. Otherwise, we're going to lose an entire generation, and it's going to be a big problem. The same thing is happening with the Hispanic community. Almost all of them are growing up and they're not speaking Spanish. I don't even think it's just us. I think
I
like
think it's all traditional, mostly traditional,
cultures.
people come from, yeah, traditional
Yeah,
cultures.
the
Yeah.
only people who are able to still have a grip on their kids are my husband's people, mostly the Asians, like Indians, Pakistani. And the reason they're able to do that is because they use money to control their kids. So they use money, and they use, like, because they own a lot of stores, so they kind of put it in their head that, hey, if you behave yourself, all these stores that I have, it's yours. So the kids behave themselves long enough to inherit property. So
So you African parent has got nothing for them to inherit.
you don't you
There's
can't,
nothing you can
but
use to
auntie,
bribe them.
B, that's how it was in the past, right? You had to behave yourself to inherit your father's land. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
that anymore.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the way the mother, when the police came in the latest video that I saw, and the girl was telling the police that, oh, I'm 25 years old, I'm trying to live with my daughter, and this woman will not let me leave. I'm like, oh my God, ikule abi, oh no. Aye. Oh, it was sad to watch. Mm.
Yeah,
May God help us. Thank you so
definitely.
much, Nikki
Yeah,
One.
yeah.
We'll
We
speak
will talk
soon.
later. Have a
All
good
right,
day.
darling. Take
Bye.
care. Bye. Yeah. It was very, very sad to watch. There's a lot of, I can't play it, like I said, because YouTube is going to have a problem with it. Jum, your internet is not good. Can you check it? People are not liking this video. It's like people are not engaging with parenting, and this is part of the problem. It's part of the problem. One Nikki One was saying just now. Jum, please check your internet connection. It's not very, very good. Guys, please give us a thumbs up. People are not liking the video at all. But we are sharing very, very important information today that can help somebody out there. Okay, what is the point of coming to the abroad, working all these years, trying to make a better life for yourself? I thought we come here because we say we want a better life for ourselves and our children. Losing the children at the end of the day, God forbid, then that is just the opposite of why we came here. That is the opposite of why we came here. Honestly. Mm? So we got to do better. We need a lot of information. Guys, please give us a thumbs up. People are not liking the video. Yeah, there's a lot going on with parenting and cultural, differences and lack of communication. Dr. Miran, thank you so much for that super chat. I really appreciate. Yeah, I wasn't going to share that. It took a lot for me to share that. I just wanted to buttress, because I believe in practicing what I preach. And because I know, as a benefactor of parental blessing myself, and I know that a lot of people don't know. Okay. And it's not because everybody is going to believe it. Like you said, somebody was asking me that, what evidence do I have? Do I have to come to your house and show you the evidences that I have? I'm blessed. I know I'm blessed. So I don't need to show you my blessings. Hmm? And when we talk about blessing, people think it's all about, how much money you have in your bank account. Yeah, that's part of it. Financial blessing is part of it. But there are other blessings as well. So many other blessings. So my prayer for you is that, especially for those who feel like they are disconnected from their parents, you feel like your parents you've not had a good relationship with them, maybe because they were difficult or they didn't understand you, and all that and all that. I pray that you'll be able to find some, a middle ground where you can at least get to have a conversation with them. Let me tell you something about African parents. Some of them, especially for those of you who have those kind of parents where, you've not unfortunately enjoyed a good relationship. Some African parents will never change. They are set in their ways. They will never change. So you just got to know that and you got to accept it. They are so set in their ways that they will never change because they believe, as an African parent, African parents believe that they know more and God has given them the divine role of being your parent. And as a result, that role includes shaping your life, forming your life, telling you who to love, who to marry, what courses you should read in university, what schools you should go to, what jobs you should have, number of children you should have. And that is why you will see grown people, men and women, still being controlled by their parents. So some people will never ever change. Some adults will never. There are some people that, all these people that are 65 upwards, even some as young as 50 something, they are set in their ways. They will never change. So it's up to you now to know how you can find a way around walking that walk of forgiveness. I think it starts with forgiveness. Yeah. Some of you harbor a lot of bitterness against your parents because of the way, they've raised you, the choices they've made, how they've made your life. You feel like, but sometimes I think that when you become parents, you have a better understanding of where they are coming from. But in this girl's case, it didn't help. She's a parent. But now she has a daughter, and she's the one that is calling her mom a narcissist. So, but you can at least have a cordial, even if it's not a close relationship, where there is forgiveness, you can have that, at least calm relationship whereby you can pick up your phone and say, hey dad, hey mom, how are you? How was your day? I hope you're all right. You can talk. Some parents have not seen their children or spoken to their children for a long time. And that's very, very heartbreaking for everyone involved, because I believe that no matter what, the love that, children have for their parents and parents have for their children is always there. It can be covered with many things like, problems, misunderstanding, but there's always love. Because you know why? Not only one parent person they get. They get two. You cannot have another parent. You cannot have another daddy or mommy. It's only one. And for some people, sadly, is when they are gone. That's when you will now understand. You will now feel like a vacuum. You will now feel the deep vacuum in your life. This person is gone. I will never see them again. So I pray that, the Holy Spirit will continue to help us and give us wisdom to be able to navigate relationships. Sometimes family life can be very, very complex. It's not always easy. But you're alone. Yeah, somebody said African parents don't say sorry. Michael said African parents don't say sorry to their kids. Yeah. There are some parents that don't say sorry. Some do, but not of Nigerian parents don't often feel sorry. No, they won't. In a lot of times, they can apologize in different ways, but they won't come out and say sorry. Jum, you are here now. You wanted to say something. Welcome.
Auntie B, can you hear me?
Yes, my dear. Your internet is finally good.
Oh, I don't know why it wasn't good. I pay my bills. What's the
You
problem?
do?
Why would they be?
I thought you are owing them.
I paid them. Good afternoon. Your glasses look so good on you. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So I called in yesterday, remember, and when I saw the updated video from this lady today, I'm like, oh my God. When we thought we've seen it all yesterday, today's own was worse. And she timed it part 1. I don't know what else she will still do, but
I think she's creating content for her because it's giving her some visibility.
This is not good.
May God not allow us to use our parents or family issues to get visibility.
This is not good. And for me, I know regardless of how hard this woman is coming across, she loves her. You see that her point throughout before the police came and even when the police was around was, my daughter needs help. My daughter needs help. Yes. She cares so much, but sometimes we just have to let people make mistakes. You cannot force them to receive help you want to give them, no matter how much you love them. And sometimes they will say that when you love a bird, you allow it to fly when it's time to fly. They will make their mistake and come come back home. Oh my God, that will even be the sweetest part for the mom. You see the example that you raised now, that woman now go back to the mom and she kept the mom for 10 years, and then let her she's 25. There's still so many years ahead of her. Let her use like 5 years to understand that all this love that I'm giving you will cost you outside. Who will
And she
care
has a
for
daughter
you?
as well.
Yeah, so let her learn. You can't force her. I just hope that this woman can just be like, well, it is so hard for me to let you go, but sometimes I'll just, let her go. I have a daughter. I I cannot even understand my mom's love until I have my own children. I said my mom is so hard that I wrote a letter that I'm running away from the house. Now I can't watch my children, telling me they want to run away from the house just because of the way I'm loving them. But if we get to the point whereby they want to leave, I will allow them to leave. They
You
will
have to.
they will always come back. And then she's not on underage. When police will come, they won't hear you and say, oh yeah, your mom say you need help, you must receive the help. You can't force anybody. And I like I said, this woman loves her daughter so much, but sometimes you just have to like back off and let her learn her lesson.
Yeah,
That
I
is
don't
how
think she
she
knows how to
can.
back off.
Yeah, that is
That's the
how she will
mistake she
even.
was making, because if you notice, she was
Yeah.
always in the daughter's face all the
Yes.
time.
And I wish you would have let that lady goes out. There wouldn't have been laying hands on each other. There wouldn't have been calling police. But it escalated so quickly. You can't force people to receive the help that they don't want to get. You can't force them. It's like somebody is sick. They can't see that they're sick, but you just want to force them to say, you are sick. You need to be. No, you have to
She
have
keeps
faith to
saying,
receive
the
that.
mother kept saying that she's sick. She's sick.
No, they have different perspective. This is not even sickness. She's still going to the part of spirituality. You are going to the part of Christianity, religiosity. And the funniest part is God loves all of us regardless of what we do. That is what this Christianity, religious
I
people
think the
don't
mom,
know.
the mom came across as someone that is a fanatic. She's a fanatic.
Yes, too
Mm,
extreme, too
mm,
extreme, too extreme.
mm.
Our mom could have let her go. And I also totally agree with mother's blessing that you say. I know. No, if let all the old world turn against you. If your mom, your parents, they are for you, you have everything. These are people that brought you to the world, regardless of what people. You see, we will see video of people outside saying, "Oh, they did this," and by the time they are sharing their own story, they say, "Oh, my families are there. They support me." That is
They said
what
the girl
you.
is asking for donation, no?
Oh, I heard where she said $1 for 100 people. That would be $100. She's going by this in the wrong way. This is so wrong. This is so wrong. And I also believe that parents, we should not provoke our children. This is a grown-up woman. Let her go. And I believe this will serve as a lesson for many of us young mothers. I believe our own generation is old, right? I'm millennial. I would not find myself in that situation. Regardless of, I'm trying my best to make sure my children have all the values that they need, behave well, and even at the end of the day, God knows the best. They said they want to go this way. I will let them go. They will come back to me because they know I always love them. My house is open for you to come if you change your mind. And if you don't change your mind, well, there's nothing I can do. So, I mean, that
Yeah.
is all I have to do. Auntie B, thank you for
Thank
doing
you.
this. And one more thing that I want to say, Auntie B, before I go, and this question always comes to my mind: why do we have children? Sometimes we hang on to our children. They're supposed to have their own life, and what life will look like, you don't know. What their journey in life will look like, you don't have the entire control of it. You might have one plan for them, but God wants to make them to go zigzag before they eventually get to their destiny, before they get to their life. You don't have control of, I already have this plan. You graduate this year, you get this job, you have husband, you have children. No, you don't have that. You want children, now you have them. Let them live their life. And my own joy is to raise my children and see them making decisions that will make me proud, that will make God proud. And yeah, that's what you can do. And you pray for them. When
Yeah.
you've tried all your best and it seems like your best is not coming across as your best, pray for them. Leave her, go to your knee and pray. Go to your knee and pray. Leave her so that you will not be embarrassment all over social media. This is so sad. I don't like it. Thank you, Auntie B. Please bring another color of sunglass tomorrow. If you add them in color, keep giving us. If you don't give us, how are we going to get it? Give
Oh
us
my
different
dear.
color.
Thank
It's
you. And
so
you know the
beautiful.
glasses matches your dress's color.
I
This
see.
dress you are wearing just match. You have
In
to
fact,
send me
it's
the
two
dress now to
color.
match the glasses.
Don't worry. Oh my
Thank you, Jim
God.
Jim.
Yes,
Thank you, my
ma'am.
dear.
Bye.
Bye. Mm. Wow. Yeah. I mean, so many emotions on this matter. Samolu said, my wife's dad was never there when they were growing up. Recently, when my wife asked him to apologize to them, Baba said never. But he wanted a monthly allowance from them all. How do you handle that? Yeah. That's a very, very typical story, to be honest. Yes, we see a lot of all those Mongo Park parents that were never there. They will abandon the child and the mother will suffer and raise the child. But when the child is not successful and they are doing well, they will shop. When the child wants to marry, especially if it's a girl, they will shop. When the child is working and earning good money now, they want an allowance. Yeah, that one is up to her if she wants to give allowance or not. Okay, it's up to her. He's demanding. He's not even asking, he's demanding. It's up to her if she wants to give an allowance. He never invested and he wants to harvest where he didn't invest. So it's up to her in that case, to be honest, because the mom was the one that raised that. Imagine if the mom was not there. Would your wife be what she is today? So those people that always want to reap where they didn't sow, it's up to them. You can forgive them. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you have to start, doing sharing, doing Father Christmas, especially when they're only coming to you because of what they can gain. So yeah, it's not always it's tricky. Parenting is tricky. May God help us. May God help us. I hear that the young lady is asking for donations. So all this is content for her. She's creating content part of her family issues to raise money. People will donate, but if they donate today, will they donate tomorrow? Will they donate next tomorrow? And you know, Nigerians, the same people that will donate will come tomorrow. They will never forget. Our internet never forgets. Even when you delete those videos, they will remember. Your daughter will grow up and come and see how you were busy calling your mom out on social media. That's wrong. Until da. Let us be guided. Let us be guided. Because it's not like she's a saint. As much as I don't, the mom had a lot of excesses in the way she was, behaving and calling her names. She too. Because they sent her to school, went to school, came back, got pregnant, had a baby at home, and 25. You don't have a job. You are staying at home, eating my food, using my electricity and gas, free of charge. You are living in my house and you have a baby. I don't know if I have the grace to bring a child who has given birth to bring the child into the house. So I don't know. They say you never know what to do except it happens to you. But I don't know if I have the grace to bring you go and get pregnant. It is well. Make her not talk anything. Let me not say anything. I don't know if I have that grace. If you are grown enough to go and sleep with a man and carry belly, then you are grown enough to take care of the baby. Why are you coming to my house with your child? No, I don't know if I have the grace for that. Precious said, Auntie B, I have a question, please. For a father who has never been there and didn't pay mom's bride price, if the daughter is getting married, does she have to be the one to take the bride price? Thank you. That one is a very, very deep question. No, culturally, I don't know what your culture is saying. Depends on where you are from. Your surname says that you are Chuku Kere. It seems like you're an Igbo girl. So I might not be in a position to answer that question because I don't know what your culture says about that. If your father didn't pay your mother's bride price, I don't know. In Igbo culture, is it considered? I thought they said that if they don't marry your mother legally, that means the children does not belong to him. You might need to speak to your uncle about that. Speak to your mother's family about that because that's a cultural question in terms of bride price. Yeah. So sorry, I can't help with that. I don't want to give you the wrong answer. But Adana said no. Adana is Igbo, so she said no. Ngozi said, Auntie B, you will. You won't want to see your child and grandchild suffer, but we don't pray for it. Hmm. Ngozi, I don't know if I can. No. I don't know if I can. If she's old enough to carry belle, she's old enough to pay her bills. Let her go and rent a house and be staying. I beg. You don't bring a child into. You don't know what that means in our culture. You don't. You know what it means now. Bring a pregnancy home out of wedlock. I might be very, very cosmopolitan and open-minded and all that, but there are just some things that, I don't know if I can do. I'm just being honest, okay? I'm just being honest. I don't know. So people are answering your question, Precious. Culturally, is your mom's side of the family that claims the bride price? Okay. Yeah, I thought so. Since your father didn't pay your mom's bride price, I think according to Igbo culture, he might not be qualified, except he will now go and marry your mother, and pay the bride price. So thank you everybody for tonight's show. May God help us to do what is right by our children. Overbearing, attitude, I'm your Lord and Savior attitude does not work. Oh, please, let us try to be more accommodating. They say when you are in Rome, you behave like a Roman. We live in the abroad now. You cannot be behaving like that. Okay? I pray that God will help us to parent our children in a more friendly manner, that we will not lose them. But the key point I want to make tonight is that African parents need to be careful not to lose their children, that you will grow old and the children, especially for a mother like this mother who, she's a single parent. You need to be careful so that you don't lose them before they will go and tag you witch. Be careful. Love them and, respect their autonomy or their boundaries or whatever. If it's too much, let them go and live on their own. Don't hold them back. She's 25 years old. She's a mother. If she can be grown enough to go and open her leg to go and get pregnant, then she's old enough to leave her. Why are you living off me? Like I said, I don't know if I have the grace for that. Some people can do it, but I don't know if I can. I don't think so. But I'm not judging anybody that is doing it. We are different, right? Samolu said that Igbo culture, that's Igbo culture, but in Yoruba culture, whether the person does a traditional wedding or not, with the mother, he remains the father and will stand as father, as bride's father on the wedding day. Well, she's an Igbo girl, so her culture is different from the Yoruba one. Thank you, everybody. Please give us a thumbs up. This is things that we need to learn and keep, learning and relearning every day. Yeah. Then, we are different. We are completely different. Yeah, we are completely different. So for her mom to even bring her home with her baby, and not taking care of them, that means that she's not such a bad parent. So we can say the mom is, overbearing. She was calling her names, but she's not such a bad parent because you brought your daughter home when you are not married and you are jobless. I finished training you in university. You go and carry Bele and bring Bele to my house, and you bring a child home and you are recording me. Hey, Joe. It is well. May God help us. Our children will not disgrace us in Jesus' name. We will not lose them to the system. We've come here for a better life. And we will not lose our children. Yeah. The children in the US are different, but we don't forget where we come from. Let them be different. If they want to start living like where they are, they want to be living like the people they want to live like American. Okay, good for them. No wahala. If they don't used to marry before they have children where they are now, and that's the culture they want to imbibe, good for them. If that's the life they want, good for them. What I always say to my children, whatever I say to you, I'm guiding you as a parent. At the end of the day, the choices that you make will impact on you more than me. So if you don't get married or you don't have a relationship where it's stable for the man to even respect you, but you want to go and carry Bele to come and you want to live in my house, it's you that will impact on more. It's not me. Now she's there online begging for money. when she's a graduate that should be going on with her. I'm not saying that people don't make mistakes. I'm not trying to judge her. But at the end of the day, the children too need to understand that the choices that they make impact on them more than the parents. So our African parents are always scared. We don't want our children to make mistakes. You know, you're old enough to get an appointment, get a job, look after yourself and your baby. Good luck to you. That's the choices that you made. It's fine. May God help us. I pray for everybody. The Lord will help us with this parenting journey, especially parenting adult children. Our children will not disgrace us. They will bring honor to us. My mother used to say to me as a young woman that she didn't buy her mother. So we, her children, cannot buy her. So to attend my children. I tell my children, I say, I didn't buy my mother, so you too cannot buy me. No matter. It is well. May God help us. May God help our children. Let us continue to pray for our children. It is well. They will make wise decisions. They will not bring shame and disgrace to us. In Jesus' name. The Lord will guide their choices. He will help them to discern that they will not be swallowed by the culture that, that of the environment where they've come to live. They will not be, we will not lose them to the system. So they become more American or more British. No, we are Africans. Okay? If Nigeria was good, a lot of us will not be here. We will not lose our children to the culture and the systems of this world where we live, because we know where we come from. Okay? We never forget where we come from. We might be here, but we are not from here. May the Lord help us. It is not by joke when you hear people saying on social media that Nigerians are the most achieving immigrants in America. If we were parenting our children, as much as you want to say whatever you want to say about Nigerian parents, we push our children to excel. And that's why you will be hearing stories about Nigerian children in the diaspora, how they are breaking into different areas, excelling, going to school, top 10 university, top 5 university, always is because of parenting. Do they always get it right? No, there will always be mistakes. But until you become a parent, before you two, you will realize, it's not moi. This thing, you don't go to school to go and learn it. You learn it as you go. Sometimes you get it right. Sometimes you make mistakes. So you guys, be kind to your parents. It's not easy. You parents too, try to be understanding. Try to be understanding. Don't allow the systems and the culture of the environment you are swallow you. Don't let it swallow you. We take the good where we are, but we never forget where we come from. We don't forget. Where we come from, you marry, then you have children. You don't go and carry pregnancy and come and stay in your parents' home and be having children in your father and your mother's house. No. Abomination. We don't do it. Even people do it, is a mistake. It's not our way of life. It is not our way of life. It is something that brings disgrace to African parents. If you didn't know that, know it now. So let's not say it is because we are in America. It's because we are in UK. No, let's do the right thing. If you want to marry, go and marry. If you don't want to marry, you want to live your own and become a single parent, good luck to you. But remember that your parents too invested a lot into you because they want you to have a better life. And I always tell my children, whatever you are tomorrow, by the grace of God, all of you will succeed. You will do very well. You will eat the good of the land. I bless them. But you see, when you are a millionaire, you will first look after yourself before you look after your parents. You will buy yourself the best house, the best car, travel first class before you remember, say, I get papa, I get mama. That's the truth. So now with the judge for now, we don't make our own choices, whether good or bad. We are living with it. All right. Our job as parents is to guide you guys. We'll tell you this is where we'll come from. This is the way we'll do it, where we come from, so that you don't make some mistakes. You might be in America, you might be born in the UK. You are not from here. You are not. We come from somewhere. May the Lord help us. Thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, may the Lord direct the path of our children. We will not lose our children to the system. We will not lose our children to the culture, especially the part of the culture that we don't like. Our children are not going to be single parents in Jesus' name. They will have homes. They will be happy. They will be settled. They will excel. They will have good jobs. They will have good lives. They will excel all expectation. They will not become stereotypes. When they are saying that, oh, black boys, this is what normally happened to them. Oh, in America, in the UK, the black boys are always going to prison. Our children's name will not be called in the prison yard in the name of Jesus. They will go to school. They will excel. Those who don't go to school, whatever vocation they want to learn, they will excel in it in the name of Jesus. As we have come to this part of the world for a better life, we will not lose our children. We will not lose them to the system. The Lord will help us in the name of Jesus. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you. I heart you guys very, very, very much. Please give us a thumbs up, and I'll speak to you soon. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and like this video, share it, and please let us do what is right. May the Spirit of God continue to guide us and direct us in all that we do. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good evening. I heart you guys. I love you guys very much, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. Okay, bye, guys. Hi, my name is Brie Ekpo, content creator. I live in the UK with my family. So I'm glad to introduce to you once again Word Remit app. I've been talking about this app for some time now. If you are a follower of my platform, this app recently enabled me to buy my retirement home in Nigeria. If you are Nigerian and you send Naira to your Nigeria account or to other people in Nigeria, this app enables you to send money very quickly. It's fast, it's efficient, and their rates are very competitive. So it's very easy to use. Just download the Word Remit app. Just have it in your phone. So sometimes all these little change, £100 here, $100 here, $1,000 here, $200 here, it all adds up. Just they send them. They go for those projects where they do for Nigeria. Before you know, it all adds up, and they say a little drop of water makes a mighty ocean. So some of you now won't be they follow me, know my journey of building my retirement home, which I just did with the help of this app. So download the Word Remit app today. Their rates are very competitive. Use my discount code and keep sending money for those projects in Nigeria. It all adds up, and you'll be able to achieve what you want to do in Nigeria. Remember, Ilela Bosimioko. So keep sending your money. Keep doing those projects. If you want to send money to your family, your loved ones, download the Word Remit app today and keep sending that money to Nigeria.